Hey, this is Clay from Scenario, and today we are talking about layers grouping. Now, layers grouping has a couple of different use cases, but the main thing that you want to use it for is to just make your diagram a little simpler, make it easier to work with, and make the layers table over here look a little cleaner. So there are a couple different examples that we're going to use here. The first, I'm going to use this booklight type thing. We've got our bounce here, we've got our diffusion here, we've got a little bit of control happening around it, and as you can see, it's a lot of different items. If we go to the layers table over here, it's a lot going on, and so what we want to do is we want to make this easier to work with. So I'm going to select all, because if I wanted to move this, this is the big thing. If I wanted to move this, I need to select all these things, and then I can move them. That's fine. But what if I want to rotate them? That's kind of a pain. So instead, I'm going to group them. Now we have this group that not only can we select as one piece, move around, but we can also rotate it as one piece. So you see that we can do that. It has its own label, and you can also see that that label appears over here in the table, and we have all of these items here under this collapsible row. So now let's just call this a booklight, and we can see that we can put this label wherever it makes sense. And then as we move this around, we can just we can interact with it a little more easily, which is great. The other great thing about this is that you can duplicate it. So if I wanted another booklight, I don't have to make a whole big thing. I just duplicated it, and then I'll put it over where I need it. Now, that's a little overkill for this particular space, but let's say you have something a little smaller. Let's say you have a little par bar like this. So instead of duplicating these over and over, I'm going to select these items, I'm going to group them, and I can just use the keystroke command G to group them as well, or to ungroup if I don't want them to stay grouped. And one thing we're going to do very soon is you can shift select between two things, so that'll be easier to select. But now we have our par bar, and if I want to make a few of those, I'm just going to command D, put one over here, command D, maybe I put one over here, rotate it a little bit so camera can see it better. And you can see that this frame around is going to resize based on what you actually need. Let's get rid of these. We don't actually need them. So that is how grouping works. Something else you've probably noticed is that we've added some solids in here. So that is a nice little way to illustrate what it is you're building. So yeah, hope you like this, and looking forward to see some of the examples you come up with.